Yes, good news, guys. You can see everything is green, everything is achieved. We have definitely passed this challenge. Hello guys, hope you're doing great. My name is Jonas from YONAYELD. I have been trading for 8 years and I am a funded trader with FTMO, where I'm currently managing a 200k account. With that out of the way, I have great news. I have been able to pass a prop trading challenge, this time with a different prop trading company. It was with Trading Central Funds, or Traders Central Funds, I should say. That's the name of the company. And yeah, I have been going with that company because they had this very nice discount offer going on in the New Year special, and challenges were very cheap. So that's why I have been going with them. Also, I wanted to be diversified. As you know, I'm currently funded with FTMO, where I manage a 200k account. However, I think it's important to diversify yourself over different prop trading companies to get more funding, but also B, to never trade the accounts at the same time. That's basically my goal, right? I want to increase my AUM, but at the same time I want to have two different accounts so that I would never trade them at the same time. What I would like to do is, for example, on one day trade one trading account, that can be FTMO for example, and then on the other day trade Trader Central Fund, and that way they can never be in drawdown at the same time, or at least the chance of that should be much lower. Alright guys, and that's basically everything from my side. I do want to jump in now into the stats so you can see how I passed this challenge, and I'm very proud this time around because it was a very good run and I was very disciplined, and you can definitely see this in the equity curve. And as I always say, as traders, we are in the business of managing information, right? And we need to make sure that the output that we create, which are our trades, that they are standardized, right? So that we always have the same output going on. That can be, of course, always the same win trade that comes out of it, or it can of course be the same losing trade that always comes out, or the same break-even trade. But point is, everything should be controlled, and we should definitely know what comes out of the production line, right? I also see trading as creation of a production line. We see this kind of data that we manage. If we behave well, we have a very nice standardized output. Those are our trades, and these outputs build the equity curve, right? And the equity curve basically is the end product that we produce, right? So each little trades are little parts that we create to build the big product, which is the equity curve. And our job as traders is to build a equity curve of very high quality, right? And what we normally want to see is an equity curve that goes up in linear fashion if we can. Of course, it's not a reasonable goal to just have a linear line. It's never gonna happen, right? But at least we would like to see zigzags going up, and those zigzags, if we kind of average it out, there should be a nice linear fashion going on. All right. So basically that would be a nice equity curve. And concerning drawdowns, when it goes down, it would be nice if they're not too deep and if we're always able to recover them. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's look at my challenge that I have been doing, and also let's look at the statistics. Alright guys, we are here in the dashboard of Trader Central Fund. So we're going to take a look at the challenge that I have been doing. You can see I was going for a 200k challenge, which is the maximum challenge you can take with Trader Central Fund. And yeah, you can see the goal was to do 8% plus, so that has been achieved. You can see I took 17 days, which I'm very happy with because I didn't want to rush this at all. You know that a lot of traders do this wrong, especially new traders that come to those challenges. They just want to rush it through. They don't even want to take the 10 minimum days, and they're just gonna fail, right? At that point, if you rush it, it's just gambling, because actually 8% in 1 month is already much too much to ask for, right? If you think about what top hedge funds are doing, it's going to be about 30 or 40% per year, which is very top level, right? And if you break that down, that's just going to be like 3 or 4% per month. So 8% is a lot, right? I know there are other companies like FTMO that even ask for more, but like I said, those are not goals that are basically reasonable. You can do them, yes, but if you get this target, it's not something where you should think about it's repeatable, but because it's definitely not, right? And it involves higher risk to actually achieve this target. So what I have been doing to pass this challenge, I calculated down how much I need to make every day to get to the goal. And I told myself I'm definitely going to take 3 weeks minimum. And then the last week, the fourth week of trading, is going to be a buffer, right? In case I have a drawdown, or in case stuff is not going smoothly, which most likely it will, right? So then I have one last week of buffer where I might even need to increase the risk. But as you can see, it was done in 17 days. And you also need to know that we cannot trade on the weekends. So basically those 17 days have been 3 weeks. So I'm very happy because the goal has been achieved. I wanted to do this in about 3 weeks, and I did it, right? So very happy with that. Now we can look at the Bagley score. Also, I'm happy with the Bagley score because you can see my risk was always very well managed. Every day I had this between 80 and 90%. And then the record, this is actually where all your data is then accumulated, I think, because this record was low in the beginning and it went up as more data came in. And the record also looks green, so very nice. Then ability and performance is now kind of yellow, but these things have also been green throughout the process. I think they're yellow because in the last day I think I scaled down the positions a little bit from the sizing because I was almost in the goal, and then you don't have that much performance anymore, I think. So maybe that's the trade-off. I'm not sure why it's yellow at the moment. But anyway, this is basically the Bagley score for the challenge. And now let's take a look in the equity curve, because like I said before in the introduction video, that we as traders produce an equity curve, which is our product, right? And for that, I want to go to Social Trader Tools because I was tracking the account there, because I also do copy signals, right? I also give copy signals to some people who are interested in that kind of stuff, and I manage different accounts through copy trading. And so basically this main account I have been tracking it also with Social Trader Tools, and we will look at the equity curve there because it's much nicer to look at. Here in Trader Central Fund, what I don't like, they have in the overview, they have an equity curve, but first of all, if I go in there, you will see my login details, which I don't want to share on the internet. And second of all, the equity curve there looks very weird, and sometimes it doesn't update that quickly. So let's go then to Social Trader Tool. All right, welcome back, guys. So now we're at the Social Trader Tools, and with this I have been tracking my challenge. You can see it says TCF 200K account. I will refresh quickly the windows so you can make sure this is all real. Okay, so now it's refreshed, and now let's take a look here at the equity curve. Once again, you can see I was able to do 8%. That was the target, and here you can see each single day. On the bottom, it always says January 22, but 22, it means the year, right? And the month January. But if you go on the single dots, you can see every single dot here is basically a trading day. And this is basically how the equity curve evolved throughout the challenge. You can also look in this in other terms of balance or profit or whatever. It's basically going to look pretty much the same. Here in growth, we have it in terms of percentage. So you can see in the beginning, I started off pretty stable. Then of course, here was a little bit of a drawdown going on, like some minus days happened. That's normal, right? Important is to stay calm in this area, and of course there's also a little bit psychology involved because you don't want to go in minus during the challenge, right? But after that, there was one day which was really good, going well, and this was basically the day which gave me which made me very calm, because I knew, okay, look, I'm 4% up, I'm not gonna go down in minus again. And from that day, I was just managing it very calmly, right? You can see little gains, little steps, no big risk, and that was basically it. There was one day I want to point out here. You can see the lots. This was also typical, right? It's very typical for psychology. You can see in this day has actually been some drawdown going on. You cannot see it here because this is the end of the day, but if you imagine the equity curve has been drawing down here. I think it was about 1 or 1.5% on the account, maybe even a little bit more. And It's typical because I was almost at the goal, right? I was almost at the goal. I was just 3K to go or 2K to go. And this is also, oh, you can see it here, right? Yeah, I was 6.6% up. There was not much left anymore. And of course, your mind becomes a little bit unstable at that point. Of course, we try not to let emotion get involved in our challenges or a trading process. But here I was thinking, oh, I'm almost through. And then a minus trade happened. And then, of course, your mind thinks, oh, no, I don't want to be in drawdown just before I'm passing. And then on that day, you can see there was more trading going on. So this lot size is accumulated, right? So you can see there was more trading. Normally, I try to do every day only 1 or 2 trades, maximum 3. That's discipline, right? That's how we want to be. And if one day is finished in plus, one trade, and you have a plus, you have a winning trade, you immediately stop that day, right? That's what I normally do. On that day, it was a little bit of grinding, unfortunately. So this is probably one of the most unstable days throughout the challenge. And of course, that day had to happen right in front of the goal. That's typically, right? It's typically for the psychology. But nonetheless, I was able to still make a profit on that day. You can see there's still a slight increase on the balance, but I'm not so happy about that day because it took a lot of more trades and therefore the lot size accumulated higher. So that you can see here, right? All right. So now let's take a look at the other stats. We have a total sample size here of 73 trades. So that's a very good sample size. Normally a prop trading company needs around 100 trades minimum. Better if they have like 200 trades to, see what kind of trader you are. And that's why there are these evaluations. And it's not just a tool for the companies to make money, which of course they do. They make money on failed challenges. We all know that. But also they need to see a sample size, right? So 73, it's not bad. Of course, now I'm still in phase 2 now, so they can collect more data on me. And but that sample size is it's good, I'm happy with that because that gives you a little bit of an idea how I'm trading, and the sample size is big enough, right, to back it up. And so you can see basically the win-lose rate. I did a little bit more of winning. It was actually also higher. I was at some point at 60-40, but like I said, this day here, I had a kind of like a drawdown period going on within the day. So maybe 2 trades in minus in a row or something like that. And that brought down the average. So that's why it's not at 60% anymore. But yeah, so, and then what I'm also a little bit surprised about, commission is adding up. I never looked at commission, but basically I paid already almost 3K in commission. Swaps, I just had one trade, I think, that was not closed one time. Normally I always close it overnight. This one, I don't know if I had a little size still in there or something. But I remember one time I did have a trade that was going on after 12, which normally I never do. But this was just one outlier, and so I had some swap commission to pay. And then you can see what my win rate in the longs and my win rate in the shorts. It's almost same. Yeah, I won a little bit more with the short positions here. And then you can see the best trade and you can see the worst trade. I think the best trade probably must have been on that day right here, where I needed to get the equity curve in plus again. So could be the case because like I said, I was probably 1.5 or maybe even a little bit more, maybe even 2% down, which is about 4K right on this account. And I needed to make it up. And then the worst trade, you can also see it here. So this is also a good ratio. And then you see the average win and average loss. I'm happy about that because my average win is higher than my average loss, which I'm very happy about because normally average win, average loss, I try to have them at the same level kind of. And as you know, I'm not working with a risk reward ratio of 2-1 or 3-1, all of this stuff that all the other traders always pray. I definitely don't do that because I think it's not good. And I work actually with the opposite. My stop is 3 times bigger than what I want to gain, right? But that's just a safety line. I have a clear signal when I go out of the trade, and you can see this here. And normally when I go out, it's going to be a 1-1. And so I managed very well here because this is even better than a 1-1, right? And That's how basically I do it. And I also have the system in place because I know my win rate is automatically going to be higher that way. And the other thing is my stop line that is 3 times what I want to gain. It's only in the worst case, right? And I just have it there because I know there's a lot of market manipulation. So when I open a trade, I know the candle low and stuff like that is gonna get fished, and just for that, I don't put tight stops because they are gonna be fished out anyway, right? So I'm not doing that. But like I said, I have a clear exit rule. Normally, I work on the 1 hour chart, and if I see, at first I need to wait 1 hour. Normally, I even close the computer because I have to stop in there. It's always in there, but it's the big stop of 3 times bigger than what I want to gain. But then, I come back after 1 hour, and if I see, okay, it has been a counter signal, then I go out, right, immediately. And if I have a valid signal, 1 hour signal that is against me, closed, then definitely I go out. And normally I'm getting out there with maybe, probably about the same what I wanted to gain in the first place. So normally my average win loss is about 1 to 1, and my win rate is normally around 60, something like that. Here it has been a little bit different. So I did here better on the average win and average loss, and a little bit lower on the win rate. Which is totally fine. So now you can see what I've been trading. Those are basically the pairs. I mainly do Euro Dollar, GBP USD. Those are my main ones. Occasionally I go to Euro Japanese Yen and GJ. GJ is a very dangerous pair, so be careful about that. I don't really recommend it. You can see for me only it has been a small fraction also. Normally I try to go to the pairs that are less volatile and more calm, right? All right, guys, and that's basically it. You see, no more open trades. That's also, of course, the case. And yeah, so I'm very happy with how this challenge ended. I'm very excited for phase 2, but I will take phase 2 also very slow. I'm not gonna rush it at all. I have 60 days to make 4%, definitely doable, and no reason to fail there. And once I'm funded with not with FTMO, I mean with TCF, Trader Central Fund, I will try to scale the account up. And actually, first I will do a payout just to check, just to test the payout process with them. But then I will try to scale it up because TCF has a very nice scale up system, right? They scale you up quite rapidly. If you have 10% plus, they're gonna double your account. Basically, after 10% plus, you go from 200k to 400k, and you do 10% plus again, you're gonna be from 400k to 1 million. So it's only gonna be 20% plus to go to 1 million, right? Still, 20% is much, of course, but it is doable in 1 year, right? So it would be doable to go to a 1 million account in a year with TCF. So that's also why I chose this company, because it has this very nice scale up possibility, which is which is a lot faster than in FTMO, right? But anyway, I'm super excited. I hope I will do a nice equity curve like this in phase 2, produce a nice product, stay calm, don't get nervous just because I'm almost there, right? This is also very tricky in phase 2, and maybe it, a lot of traders, they fail in phase 2. They think it's easy, but it's not, because for the mind it's harder because you're almost funded but not quite there. And that is very hard for the psychology part in trading. But I will do my best. Hopefully I will do an equity curve similar to this one, steady, growing, steadily, calm, steady, calm, growing, right? Something like that. And then hopefully get funded. And then I would be funded with FTMO and TCF, which would be perfect, right? That would be very, very nice. Anyway, you guys, that's everything from the video. Wish you all the best and much success in your trading. If you need help, you can contact me anytime. I'm working on setting up my channels, right? And but you can contact me, leave me a comment, or maybe you can find also my Facebook group. I will also put that in the description link of this video, of course. And then you contact me, and I do mentoring, of course. I also help people, but for me it's important. I only do one-on-one mentoring, and I really work with people. I work with them 1 month at least, right? Because I don't do any quick selling of education stuff, because that's not going to help anyone. I need to know the person. I need to do one-on-one training, and it needs to be a 1 month process minimum. All right, you guys. So with that being said, I wish you the best in your trading journey, and I catch you later. Take care. Bye bye. Peace.